All right, today I am on the hunt for a property to flip in Bellingham, Washington. And in about an hour, I have an appointment with an agent who has a property that's listed on the multiple listing service, the MLS. And so, what we're going to do together today is we're going to comp that property and see what our maximum allowable offer is. We're going to find some comps on that have sold in the past. We're going to see what they've sold for, and we're going to see what we could probably get from this flip if we were to make an offer on it and win this property. So, let's dive right in. First step is let's take a look at our subject property. So this sucker is 5'2", 1,900 square feet, and it's listed for $499. This property is on 2538 Orleans Street in Bellingham, Washington. Let's see what year it was built. So it was built in 1904. 1904, residential, and it's got a big lot for this area, 10,000 square feet. You can see in the notes here that it says it's a 5.2 plus bath rambler. Look past the clutter here, blah, blah, blah. It also says that it is below market rents. So we might want to look at this as a possible buy and hold rental. It also says that the lot is zoned duplex and is great as a single family home, a rental investment, or possibly to build an additional unit on the property. Other infill options may be available as well. So when we do our comping, we'll do a straight comp, and then we'll consider, hey, what if we add value to this property? What happens if you turn it into a duplex instead of keep it as a single family? So we'll consider those facts based on this note here. All right, so our first step is to find other properties in this neighborhood that have sold. So you can see right on the map here, it's east of I-5. It's in a neighborhood called the Roosevelt neighborhood or Barclay neighborhood. And what you can do is you can just hit Control F, and you can find the word neighborhood on this page. Just down arrow, and boom, Roosevelt neighborhood. If we click on that, we're going to open this tab here, and that's going to show us the neighborhood, the Roosevelt neighborhood. Now, next thing we want to do is we want to match up to find other properties that have sold in the last 3, 6, 12 months that match the facts for our subject property. So ours is a 5'2", 1,900 square feet. So up here in Redfin, you're going to click, instead of for sale, we're going to click on sold. I'm going to do the last 6 months for right now because this market changes so rapidly here. And then I'm going to make sure that house is selected, not condo. We're going to do a 4-bed and a 1.5 bath plus so that we don't lose too many properties. Hit done. And then hit more filters, last 6 months, square feet, 1,800 to 2,500. We might squish that down a little bit because what's our subject? 1,900. So when we squish that down to 2,000, do we lose any comps? We might still have a couple in here. We might have to cheat a little bit and grab this one down here. But I see one right here that might be a comp, so we'll take a look at that. All right, so we've got two options here. A 4.2 that sold for $639 on Alabama Hill. That's a little further up the hill than this comp, which is down closer quite a bit to I-5 here. However, it might still be a reasonable comp, so let's take a look. To 1,800 square feet. Yeah, I actually looked at this property. Recently sold 3 months ago. That's great. Okay, perfect. So I'm going to expand these filters a little bit more because what I'm looking for is I really would like to see 3 comps in the neighborhood. So I'm going to give myself a little more time, 1 year. I am going to expand this to 1980. Rough properties built in 1980. Maybe a little smaller. Okay, we're getting a few more in there. Okay, let's see these 4 homes that we've got now. And we can range these by price. Okay, so here's what I'm really looking for is properties that have actually been remodeled, renovated, and flipped. So I might find some comps in here that haven't been renovated yet, and we might be able to extrapolate data from that. But my preference is to find properties that have already been renovated and flipped, and how much did they sell for? Okay, so let's dive into that. Let's check out this listing. It's a Rambler. It's got a huge shop. It's clean. It's definitely not modern. Is that quartz? Might have put a new countertop on there. Very clean garage and shop. Look at that huge RV inside of there. Covered back area. This property is actually right across the street from one of my duplexes, and I saw when it went up for sale. So this sold for $645 with a huge shop. Yeah, look at that. They even used the same word. Huge 1980 square foot attached garage slash shop. This wasn't updated in terms of the kitchen. I mean, it's clean, but it's not the way we do our flips. Fancy kitchen. So let's take a look at some of these other comps and see if we can find one that's a better match. A huge, glorious deck. Looks like it's got a view. Yeah, like I said, this one's further up the hill than our subject property. Got all that outdoor seating. Looks like it's been updated, renovated. Yep, look at that. Okay. Split. Yep. Okay, so after we update ours, this is competition, right? So this is the quality that we need to get to match their price. Look at that outdoor fireplace. That's cool. Garage downstairs, 2-level home. Okay, this sold for $639. It's a 4.2, 1,800 square feet. Since we have so few properties, we're going to go ahead and grab this one. We're going to grab the price on this, and let's go ahead and throw it in our quick comp sheet. So this one sold for $639 and was 1,800 square feet. This is a fast and dirty comp that we're going to go through, comp process we're going to go through here. Here's some previous ones we've done. So we're using our quick comp speed sheet here. Our subject property that we're looking at buying is 1,961 square feet. So we'll go ahead and put that in our subject property square feet right there. And then we're going to come back here and see if we can find two more comps. So a little closer. There we go. A little closer to our subject property. This updated. It's clean. Oh, they use some virtual staging here. The kitchen is clean. Very clean. That's great. Not super modernized, but good. Okay, this is a 4.2, 1,600 square feet. This house sold a month ago for $575. Let's go ahead and throw that in our quick comp sheet, $575. It was 1,500 square feet. Can we find one more? This is across I-5. Happen to know it's a somewhat similar neighborhood, and it's on the same north side of Alabama Street. So let's go ahead and take a look at that. Was this updated? Nice. Backsplash, quartz, new sink. Yeah, it's a nice renovation. Okay, so let's use this. This one sold for $575 back in April. $575 back in April, and it is 1,600 square feet. So $575 back in April, 1,600 square feet. All right. So we now have, 575. Need an extra zero there. So what we got here is three comps, their square footage and their average price per square foot right here, $366. Our property is 1,961, And that's, if we multiply that by the 366 average price per square foot, then we get 717, 535 for our subject property ARV. All right, next level down, we look at the rehab level. And this is a drop-down menu. Is this lipstick and paint? Do we got to do a lot of work? Is it a full gut down to the studs? That's what this selection is. This is a price per square foot. Let's set it at 35. And the reason I'm doing that is because if you look at this, we're going to need to do a kitchen. We're going to need to do, you can see here, we're going to definitely need to do kitchen, bath, flooring, paint, probably some landscaping, trim, lighting. Might need some windows. Those look like they might be aluminum windows. And so we're going to use $35 per square foot as our estimate for this flip. Okay. So 35 bucks times the square footage of 1961 gives us a rehab cost of 68 grand. All right. Now this last one is a little bit confusing, but let me just walk you through the profit and carrying cost to set aside from the after repair value, from the ARV. So when we go to flip this property, we have carrying costs if we decide to use hard money instead of just cash. We have agent costs, maybe around 5-6% to sell the property on the MLS again. We have closing costs. We have excise tax. And then we need to make some profit on the other side. So different flippers will use different numbers. We like to make 15% on our profit margin on these flips. And so if you take 15% plus, let's say 6% for commissions, plus 9% for carrying costs and closing costs, altogether that makes 30%. So 100% minus 30% leaves you with 70%. So this multiplier here is giving us the ability to say, hey, 0.7 times your ARV, and then you're gonna, this cell subtracts your your rehab cost of 68K to give us our buy price of 433,640. Let's compare that to what they have it listed at, 499. Okay. And we need to offer 433 based on our quick comps. So this might be a deal. We will share this information with the agent. We'll take a look at it. We'll put in an offer, our max allowable offer of 433. And what's important about the 15% profit margin is this, guys. Imagine my resale value is actually off by $10,000. And imagine my rehab budget actually goes up by $10,000. Rehab budgets always go up. They never go down. And now we have squeezed our profit margin by 20,000, 10,000 down, 10,000 up. You can lose money really fast if you don't preserve that 15% profit margin. So that's why that 0.7 multiplier is so important. It might mean you lose out on a lot of deals, but you know, if the market ever turns and you're left holding a property, maybe you end up breaking even instead of making some money, but at least you didn't lose money, right? That's the way to do this game conservatively and stay in it for the long haul. So that's how we comp this property. In about 30 minutes, we're going to talk with the agent, and now we're all prepared and ready to go with our cash offer. Hope that was useful. If you guys want me to comp on another property, maybe one that you've got, just leave a comment below and we'll help you out. Have a great day.